Hello, and welcome. My name is MiniBetrayal, and this is Factorio, episode 37. Now, I have been doing a little bit of work with upgrading. You can see this arrow here. Excuse me. I have started at the end of the bus, and I am working backwards, bluifying everything. This is as far as I've got. So, basically everything yellow science is blued at the moment. As well as the logistics bots, I guess. However, I've run into a problem. If we come over here to belt production, I have no blue belts. The reason for that is lubricant has run out. So, doing the Factorio thing, tracing it further and further back, we have no lubricant because we have no heavy oil. We have no heavy oil because we're not making stuff, because we have too much petroleum. So I need to think of a way of basically using more. So at first I was thinking, maybe I could use up some oil by making something like flamethrower fuel, but that of course uses light oil and heavy oil. So this line of steel I started bringing in is kind of useless. So what I think I will have to do is just get more stuff using plastic, because that's our primary primary sink rather of oil. So if we come over this way, what I'm going to start off by doing is actually some science. What science should we do? Let's get ready for rockets, I think. Okay, so if we come over here, of course I'm not doing science all the time, and even if everything's working, these labs I have over here are not enough to use 2 science per second. So these should, in theory, be nearly always backed up. So what I'm going to do is that, and I'm going to pinch some blue circuits from there, stick them into a logistics chest, because I will want to do that sooner or later. And I'm going to do the same here. I actually want a stack filter inserter for this. And where did that go? Stack filter inserter is up there. Oh yes, pro tip by the way, if you're not sure where something is, highlight it over here and it will flash on, well, it won't flash, it will highlight on the left hand side. Okay, there you go. Grab one of them. I should also limit that. This one, in fact, I'm going to limit that to 1 stack. I only want the speed modules in there. So now we have speed modules in the logistics network. Come on. As well as blue circuits. That's using a lot more red circuits. So I'm hoping that will use up a bit more plastic. Let's come back over this way. What was I saying? Oh yes, now we have speed modules in the logistics network. We can add something else in back over here in our sort of making stuff section that we will want sooner or later. Oh god! Let's not do that. Where did those damaged ones go? There. So I can do that with 1. I will put the other one down just to repair it at least. Okay. In fact, I can't do that with 1 because the other thing I was going to do is that, and we're going to make some level 3 assembling machines. That needs level 2 assembling machines, and let's put this one over here. Where are requester chests? Where did that one go down? Oh, I already have some. Okay. This one is going to request, I'll say 50 of them, and let's limit that. So that way we can actually start getting some of our top level of assemblers. Okay. Right, now the next thing I'd like to do is work a little bit more on... Actually, no, I'm not going to explain that just yet. What I will say is, coming over this way, we're about to bump into this oil deposit over here. So if I come back to the map, I've thought of a couple of ways I can get around this. Either I can bring the bus over here and skip over, and then continue on. I could put a 90-degree kink in the bus and start going down. Instead though, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put everything rockets up here in this little bump. And there's plenty of room up there, and it's near the end of the bus where it needs to be. In this space here, I am going to add a couple more sort of quality of life things, particularly things like, you know, modules, beacons, things that you need for like a really advanced factory. So while I'm over here, let me no, actually we're alright. I was going to see if we need any more logistic spots in the system, but we don't. Let's have a quick check on that new thing. We've got 4 of them already. There we go. Oh, okay. Made a mistake. There's a great big flashing yellow icon and I missed it. Anyway, yeah, over there we're going to put those things you do find in end-level bases, like your modules, like your beacons, concrete as well. Oh, let's move on to Rocket 5. And this time I'm just going to stop there. Okay, let's actually power that. There we go. So now we're getting level 2s and more level 3s. Good. Right, back over this way. Keep an eye out for trains. Ooh, that was close. So we're actually doing alright for resources at the moment. The trains are backed up, or at least they were backed up at the beginning of the episode. I had 3 trains of both types there. Is that one? Yeah, that should be a full iron train coming back. Yep, all good. Okay, here we are. So, yes, on the south side of the bus we're going to put those extra things, and then the north side will be everything rockets. Okay, so let's do modules first. It occurs to me I'm not actually requesting assembly machines. So let me request them. Let me see if I can also bring over the what was I saying? Bring over the logistics network. That one wants to go there. And this one wants to go... Ugh. Really? You know what, I am actually going to move this, because so far I've managed to keep that nice straight line across the whole thing. So, yeah, rather than mess it up now, I am going to move this lane balancer down by 1. I'm going to move that up by 1. So that way I can have another underground belt there. Okay. And then that goes right, that one, and that one goes left. There. Oh, that is going to need to come down and go in there. Okay, now we can put that roboport in there. Okay, we'll want some power over this way. It's going to need 2 poles to reach that. Okay. Now I'm in logistics network as well, which is good. Okay. What's this? Modules. Okay, let's actually do these. Okay, so I don't need to build these particularly quickly, so let's give ourselves a little bit more space. If I do level 1s, level 2s, level 3s. Now these ones need red and green, that one needs red, blue and speeds. This one needs red, blue and processings. Okay, so let's not do that, let's pinch that one instead. Okay. Occurs to me, of course, those 3 processing unit modules are all being used for science. Do I want to put in another processing unit module? Let's have a think about this. So we'll need some for this. We'll also need some for rockets. So let's have a look at this science here. Which one is it that needs? So the satellite needs some. Okay, so I remember if we're going for 1 rocket per minute, we need 30 of these. So yeah, 1 space science equivalently needs 1 processing unit then. Which means the 2 per minute, 2 rockets per minute that I'm... No, is that go? No, it's not 2 rockets per minute, it's 2 space science per second. Quite different. 2 space science per second would need another 2 processing units. So does that mean I need another 3 modules? Sure, let's do it. If we're gonna do it, let's do it properly. Do I have any grenades on me? No. Okay, we'll just cut down these trees. Okay, let's get my blueprint. Okay, so if I put things in just here going down, squeeze it in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put 1 there. I'm going to put 1 there. And I'm going to put 1 there. Okay, I'm going to stick in another couple of roboports. This way the construction bots should actually do the majority of the work for me. And yep, we're going to need another one down here. Okay, that should eventually get everything worked out. Is this one actually in power range of something? No. Okay, let's give it some power. And this one down here is in power range of this one, which isn't built yet, but that one should be built by... Let me just make sure. Yes, this substation is in range of the building of this one here. Okay, so all of our construction bots are being used, so let's go and put some more in the network. Construction bots. And are they all being used straight away? Yes. Okay, I'm actually going to make both of these provider chests as well. And this one, so I can request robot ports. Okay, so that will slowly get built up. I need to bring in the actual resources for that. Okay, so resources. Let me just double check something. So each one of these makes one processing unit per second, adjusted for assembler speed. So they can make actually 1.25 per second. Let's stick with assuming that they're going for 1. Okay, one processing unit requires 40 copper. So one processing unit requires 40 copper per second, which can be supported by a single blue belt. So I'm going to see if I can support this with a single blue belt's worth of copper. Okay. So that's a single blue belt's worth of copper. The iron comes in on this line here. Oh, just going to make a quick change up here. What I'm going to do is just that instead, and then all of this can just be replaced with a line of underground belts. I'm going to do the same on the other ones. I've already made that change on the other processing unit things we've got. It's just a little bit neater, I think. Okay. So that's this one. Let's move that out to there. This one here is plastic in? Yes, okay. Oops, wrong one. Okay, so let's have plastic in there. And then we want iron coming in as well. I'm going to stick that there just for reference, and I'm going to do this one going the other way around. So that I think goes. Let's start from this side. So we've got down coming in from that side with splitter there, an underground there, an underground there facing backwards. Then they are both fed into from that side. Whoops. With another splitter there. Yeah, so that's the same lane balancer, but reversed. Okay, the reason I've done it that way around is so I can thread in an underground belt there that doesn't interfere with this one. Then that will come down. This one actually is going to be plastic. This one is going to be iron. Okay, so copper, then plastic, then iron. Okay, copper first. So, out of blue belts again. How's the deal going with the lubricant? Well, we're making lubricant. How are we doing for belts? Well, it's a little bit on the slow side. Still a bit too much petrol. I'll keep having a think about how I want to do that. Okay, so copper first. Okay, still don't have any of them. So that's going to come underground there. Then plastic was the next one. I'm going to pinch that and just ghost some in. Just so I can sort of see what I'm doing. This one is plastic, so plastic comes from here. And that one wants to come out there and go under. He wants another one there. I've got a few more belts. Output no, not input priority, output priority. Okay, and then the next one is iron. Okay. So iron wants to come from this row here and go down. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, that's 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Output priority. Oop, missed a couple. Output priorities. Okay, now all of those I think are in building range at least, yeah. So that will give me 1 processing unit per second once all the building is done. If I finish up the output line, this one, then a gap and a gap, and I guess they'll come out here. So I should really do that, just to fit with the pattern. Okay. Then I basically need to do the same again another 2 times. Okay. So I wonder, can I just blueprint that? Well, I can. Will it work, though, is the important question. Okay, we're a little bit outside building range. Are we outside building range of that one as well? Yes, we are. Okay. I'm going to squidge this one over a bit. To there. That should... yeah, that's in building range now. Let me just make sure as well that that bottom one is actually hooked up, because I'm not convinced that it can stretch across. Maybe it can, maybe it can't. Also, tell you what I don't have is small electric poles in the logistics network. I did not think of that, so I shall build some and I shall trash them, and hopefully that will put everything into place. Okay, so these need to be hooked up to the bus as well. How are we doing for time? We've had a couple of long episodes lately. What I will do, I will finish everything up here between episodes. I will continue to have a think about what we can do to fix the lubricant situation. Next episode we will get to work on those extra little things, like the modules, like the concrete, that kind of thing. And then maybe the episode after that we can actually get started on rocket stuff, which should be researched by then. In the meantime, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.